Clefting. We have studied clefting previously too, right? Is a device which is used to focus on a particular constituent in the sentence. The process of clefting involves extracting a constituent from its basic position in the sentence and putting it in a more prominent position. For example, if we consider this sentence, Jane gave this book to Bill on Saturday. So this sentence 1 can have cleft version. In 2, it was Saturday that Jane gave. In 3, it was Bill that Jane gave this book. 4, it was this book that or which Jane gave to Bill. And 5, it was Jane that or who gave this book to Bill on Saturday. So you can see that how with the help of clefting we have brought many constituents from different places in a sentence to the initial position. Similarly, we could extend sentence 1 by adding an adjunct clause. Jane gave this book to Bill on Saturday because it was his birthday. So because it was his birthday is an adjunct clause which can be brought to the initial position, right? It was because it was his birthday that Jane gave this book to Bill on Saturday, right? The focus element may be either a noun phrase as in 4 and 5, a prepositional phrase as in 2 and 3, or an adjunct clause as in 7. As an example, as the example show, the focus element is surrounded by it was, that, who, which, etc. This is generally the structure of a clefting constituent or element in a sentence. Although these that, who, which clauses are very similar to in appearance to the relative clause, they are not quite the same. Relative clause, the post modify a noun, right? One difference is that the normal relative clauses usually serve to post modify heads of a noun phrase or nouns in prepositional not in prepositional phrase or adjunct. So the post modifying clause modifies a noun, right, which is the head of a noun phrase. The relative clauses in cleft sentence can post modify a prepositional phrase and an adjunct. Another difference is that in the common type of relative clauses, the that, who, which cannot be left out. We have already talked about it when we were talking about relative clauses. It is the subject of the clause. But in the cleft sentence, that, who, or which can be omitted in colloquial style if it is the subject of the clause. For example, the girl who gave the book to Bill is my sister. It's B version, the girl who gave. So here we cannot remove. It's a normal relative clause, so we cannot omit the relative pronoun because it is the subject of the verb gave. It is Jane who gave the book to Bill. So as it is a clefting sentence, right? So Jane has been brought to give emphasis. So in this we have the possibility. So we can say it is Jane, then 0 relative pronoun gave the book to Bill. So with the help of clefting, we can bring any constituent from any place of the sentence into the initial position to give it more emphasis, right? But the difference between it looks like in structure, it looks like a normal relative clause, but the difference is that in a relative clause we cannot omit the relative pronoun, which, that, etc., whereas in the cleft sentence we can do so.